Hey everyone, welcome to FO Golf channel. Today we're going to talk about how do we use the 3 wood properly, or 5 wood, or some of you carry 7 wood. Alright, now before we start, before you even swing, there's a couple areas that you really have to pay attention to. One, it's really the stance. A lot of you, when you use 3 wood, your stance tend to get really wide. The truth is, we actually already talked about this before. When you are using your fairway wood, you don't need to have a very wide stance. It's not like a driver. You really just need a iron stance. Okay. Now, why is that so important? Is because one, if you have a narrow stance, quote unquote narrow stance, is because it's not wide. It's just standard stance, your shoulder width. So in other words, you can have an easier time weight transfer. If you get too wide, you're actually going to have a hard time weight transfer. Okay. Now I know a lot of times people say, well, what if I teed up very high? And the truth is, and now we're going to get into how high you should tee the ball. And the truth is, with fairway wood, we already know you can strike the ball on the fairway, or you can strike the ball on a tee, right? And the truth is, this particular tee is actually too high. A lot of times when I do tee it up, I would tee it halfway to that, which is about a 1/4 inch or sometimes 1/2 inch the most. And with modern day technology, there's a lot of center of gravity on the 3 wood or 5 wood, so you don't really need to tee it up that high. And so we don't want to complicate ourselves, so just take one equation out. You can just tee it up very low. And the truth is, many of you probably wouldn't know the difference when you tee it up maybe 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, right? So I would just tee it up low, and then here's the benefit of it. Then you would get comfortable swinging the fairway wood on the fairway, right? So basically, if I do tee it up, I'm just going to tee it up pretty low, right about that. You can see I'm just lifting it up about a 1/4 inch. All right. So then you can see right now, if I do set up right now, the ball position, oh, the ball moved. So the ball position is going to be about an inch off my left heel, and I'm not going to stand very wide. And the truth is, I know a lot of you, if you stand very wide, you say, well, I feel very powerful. If you can't use the weight transfer, you know, if you stand like that, you can't weight transfer, it means nothing, right? We want to make sure you're able to weight transfer. So normal stance, just like when you play with your irons. Now obviously we don't need to be too narrow, you know, just shoulder width, and there you go. And then I'm ready to swing. Okay. So now the next thing I want to talk about is really the distance between the ball and your body. Now I know a lot of you have tendency, for some reason, when you have a 3 wood in your hand, you tend to reach a little bit. The truth is, the distance between the ball and your stance should really, your body should just be like an iron, because again, with good, proper, correct posture, right? With correct posture, your arms are hanging down, your weight is in the middle of your shoes, and then when you swing, when you set up, you can see now the ball position, basically the distance between the ball to my body is correct. Okay, we don't need to be doing this. So you're reaching for it. All right, just a normal stance and the ball position. All right. Now, here's the next thing is very important. When you reach for it, you will have tendency to use a chipping grip with a fairway wood. What is a chipping grip? A lot of you, if you watch our episode talking about chipping grip just means the club goes up to the pad right here too high up, and the club will be too much in the palm of your hands. This would be a chipping grip. Now when you do have a chipping grip, you will have tendency slice the ball, or the ball will push to the right. The correct grip with fairway wood, you want to make sure you are in the full swing position, which is the pad underneath, and you can check it, right? You can check it, and then if you put it up here on the chipping grip, you see how it will move. This is a chipping grip, it will move, right? So make sure you have a full swing grip with your fairway wood. This is extremely important. All right, so what are the 4 areas you have to pay attention? How do you tee up the ball? Or really, if you just forget about it, don't tee it up so high, and then problem solve. And 2, your stance, the width of your stance. Don't be too wide, otherwise you're gonna have a hard time weight transfer. And the ball distance between the ball position from the ball to your body is just like an iron. Okay, obviously the club's longer, so the ball is going to be further away from you, but don't reach for the ball. And what else I was thinking about? And then obviously the grip. Don't do a chipping grip, use a full swing grip. All right, now as far as the swing goes, really I never like to say, hey, you have iron swing, 3-wood swing, or a driver swing. We already talked about the reason why driver swing feels different, because the setup, because the ball's on a tee, right, 2-inch or inch and a quarter, inch and a half off the ground. So that's the reason why it's very different. And if you want to know the difference, please check out our videos. Then we will talk about the difference between iron and driver. When I have a 3-wood, I don't even think about it. I just think about it as a longer club. And the truth is, because the way how the club is designed is very forgiving. If you just swing easy, use your center motion, your hips and your core, there's your energy, right? And we're going to swing easy, and we're going to lower our body with hip motion, hip rotation, core rotation, right? And then downswing sequence, weight transfer, posterior position, lagging, and release. Release means the arms are rotating, right? All right, so there you go. Again, I know a lot of you look at me like, hey, no, he doesn't have a perfect swing. Remember, guys, you don't need a perfect swing to play golf. You need to understand how to create proper energy. Okay, there's no such thing as perfect swing. I don't have a perfect swing. Okay, so don't complicate yourself. Really do the groundwork. Check all the necessary positions, ball position, how you grip the club, and swing freely. Swing freely just means you understand how do you use your center energy. Don't try to hit the ball, and don't try to make contact. Okay, remember, energy first, impact later. When you're ready to focus on impact, means you're ready to shape the ball. Okay, this is very, very important. All right, I want to do one more. This time, actually, I'm going to try to tee it up higher. Like I say, usually when I tee it up higher, that means I'm doing something tricky. That means I'm trying to really, when I teed it up, I would probably like to hit what I call the big phase, left to right shot. So right there you can see the ball goes out to the right and comes back into the middle. Okay, and those are what I call the 3rd stage, understanding your spin and trajectory control. And we're going to dive into that in the future more. Alright, so thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment, click like, and subscribe to our channel. And I will see you next time.